So you probably know something is not quite right in your dating life, but you don't know what to change. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly the biggest common mistake that guys are making that's keeping them stuck and lonely and confused as to why they can't get women. And I'm also going to give you the solution to getting more women, to being attractive for the rest of your life. If you don't know who I am, I'm Timothy Brazil. I'm the owner and founder of Understanding Attraction, and it's my mission to help you become a man that is attractive to women for the rest of your life. And so what I want to talk about in today's video is the fact that you don't know where you're going wrong. And I'm going to give you the exact step-by-step framework that I give my paying clients to find out what is wrong and where they need to change. So first, what you need to understand is that you have two versions of you. Okay, there's you now, you later. And this might sound super vague and out there, but this is probably the most important thing for you to understand when it comes to how do I get better with women? Because women will look for inconsistencies in your behavior always. That is the most consistent thing about women. They're emotional and they're all over the place and they're chaotic and it's beautiful. But the one thing that's very consistent is that they will test you for the rest of your life. And so if you want to pass these tests, if you want to understand why women are hot and cold with you, then you need to ask yourself simple questions about your future self. How are you treating your future self? Because all of us as men, we have this innate need deep down inside us. Really think about this. Sit down, pause the video, think about this. Do you have an innate need down deep inside you for more? Because I guarantee you do, because that's just a masculine trait. It's naturally masculine to want more. If you don't know what you want and you are genuinely just happy coasting where you're at, then I would really suggest, dude, like for real, sit down and journal about where you want to be in life and leave shame completely out of it. Because what a lot of society has done to all of us as men is they've made us feel shameful about the progress we want to make. They've made us feel shameful about the results that we're looking for, when at the end of the day, they reward the men that want the most shameless results. They reward the men that want the millions of dollars, the billions of dollars. They don't reward the men that just want the 9-to-5 job. They don't reward the men that just want the nice $40,000 a year salary, right? They don't reward those men. Because of the polarity in terms of how many men at the top are being rewarded, there's so much room. There's so few guys that are actually being rewarded for massive ambition that there's a ton of room for you right now. This is like a very unique opportunity to become a top 5 to 10% man. And those men get rewarded. But right now it's all condensed to the top 1%. But the top 10% will still get rewarded as long as they are ambitious enough, as long as they meet a certain threshold. And so when I come back to this concept of asking your questions about your future self, the question I want you to ask is, are you right now, you, the version of you right now, so me, Tim, right now, am I upholding the moral obligation to my future self to make sure that that future version of myself achieves his goals and dies fulfilled and is happy? I don't mean dies, kind of like, oh yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I want that future version of myself to die fulfilled, and that's a moral obligation I have to myself every single day. The 80-year-old version of Timothy Brazil would not be okay with 25-year-old version making $25,000 a year. That version of me would really wish that I pushed myself more. That version of me would be kind of sad because he would have known how much potential that I could have lived up to. And so whenever I ask myself this question, what would the future version of myself that's on my deathbed self, what would he think about me right now? And am I fulfilling the moral obligation that I have to that man? Am I doing that? And if the answer is no, then I'm going to give you steps to fulfill that, because at the end of the day, that is why women don't respect you. That's why women are hot and cold and they're flaky. And they can tell, because women are very emotional creatures. They can tell by your emotions, by how you act, by all the little tests they throw at you, all the little things they do subconsciously that just check in to see if you're an actual strong man. A strong man fulfills that moral obligation. And so that's why they're not attracted to you. And you do have that choice every single day. When you wake up, you can choose to not fulfill that obligation. I've had many days where I've chosen to not. You can have days where you do, but you're gonna notice a massive change when you fulfill that obligation to your future self. So here's what I want you to do. Just 3 steps. I want you to go outside and take a walk every single day for 30 minutes without headphones. Just go on an adventure for 30 minutes a day for a month. And you're gonna be like, oh, but I have work. Okay, go to bed earlier. Oh, but I get off late. Okay, go to bed as soon as you get home. Oh, but I have to play games with my friends. Fuck your friends. Your friends online, they're not your friends, bro. If they were your friends, they'd be like, oh, dude, you're like trying to like improve yourself. That's awesome. That's what friends do. Okay, loser friends that keep you stuck, they're like the crabs in the bucket that keep pulling you down. You don't want to be around those people anyway. And you can still like be nice to them and everything, play games. But if it gets in the way of your happiness, which first step is like going on a walk for 30 minutes a day and having some sort of fulfilling time outside, if they get in the way of that, your obligation to your future self is more important. Imagine you had a child. Maybe you do. Would you let gaming keep you from feeding your kid? Of course not. So why are you not treating your future self like that, with that level of respect and that level of urgency? So I want you to go on 30-minute walk a day without headphones, say hi to everyone, go on an adventure. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to approach one girl that you find attractive. Just approach one girl, just try it. I'm gonna have my editor flash up some video of me being with women and stuff so you can see it's possible. You can see like I'm going up, I'm talking to girls, I'm having a good time, they're into me. I'm not like a special guy. Whenever I filmed all this stuff, I was like kind of a broke like 23, 24-year-old guy, was just trying to start a business. I was kind of an idiot. So it doesn't actually mean much. You don't have to be super special to get these kinds of results. So just go and approach. Just literally say hi. That's the second thing I want you to do. The third thing is I want you to journal. I want you to journal for 30 minutes. Sit down, set a timer, literally just start talking about your life and where it's going. That's the whole topic. Just talk about your life, where it's going, where you want to be in 5 to 10 years, what ambitions you want to achieve, what you want to live up to, what potential you think you have. Start to get really clear on that obligation that you have to your future self. At the end of this week, I want you to really think, man, did I live up to that obligation? If you're watching this far, something about what I said hits. You want to just have more women in your life. You want to feel respected by other men. You want to feel free in your own head. You don't want to feel trapped and controlled by these voices in your head that are like telling you to be a fucking loser. You don't want to be trapped by all these people that are like society that's holding you down and telling you to be mediocre and how it's okay, how you just need to be a nice guy and like just say this one thing to the woman and she'll like you. You don't want to be held down by that anymore. And so you need to start realizing the only way to break out of that, the only way to break out of the matrix, the only way to really see how life works and to get results of the top 1, 5, 10% is literally through action. It's through taking action and fulfilling that moral obligation to your future self. And you have a choice, right? You have a choice to fulfill that obligation or not. You can make that choice today. That's the number one thing that is killing men and keeping them mediocre. It's destroying men's mental health. This idea that mediocrity is okay and that we don't need to live up to our potential and it's okay to just coast and stagnate. Why do you think you're depressed? Why do you think you feel unfulfilled? Why do you think you're looking up videos on how to talk to women better? That's all I have to say. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how fulfilled you think you should be. It doesn't matter how good you are at your job or your career. What matters is that you are the man that is fulfilling the obligation to your future self. And finding a companion that is ideal for you, not just settling, is actually your top priority. When you don't have intimacy with women, when you don't have women around you, when you're not easily able to attract women, it's going to be one of your top priorities and it's going to distract you from everything else in life. It's going to distract you from your purpose. And so one of the first obligations you can fulfill to your future self is to figure out how to date. Okay, figure out how to get a girlfriend. Figure out how to get multiple dates per week. You have to do it. It's something that it's easy for me to say dating doesn't matter. It's easy for me to say, yeah, pussy's pussy. But that's because I've gotten a lot of pussy. Like, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it. Like, I've gotten tons of pussy in my life. And so I can be like, yeah, I'll get married if I have my ideal like fiance, right? Like I can say that. But like, until you actually have options, if you can go out to the bar with like 90% confidence you can pull a girl home, and then you're fine if you don't because you've done it so many times, only then can you actually like really feel like you've done it. You don't have this part of your life figured out until you can say no to a really high quality woman and feel good about it. That's when you know you have it under control. And I almost guarantee that anyone looking up videos on how to talk to women and how to get better at talking to women isn't there yet. And it's going to open up so many avenues. Where I have so many testimonials of, I might even flash some up on the screen, of guys that get promotions, they get new jobs, they start making more money. And this isn't even a pitch for my program. It's literally just that I want you to understand that this is the gateway to self-improvement. This is the gateway to success in life. If you can learn how to become more of a man, Women will like you more. You'll have a better body. You'll feel more powerful. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll feel like a man should. And not a lot of men get to say that, because a lot of men are giving up on their future self. A lot of men are not fulfilling that moral obligation I talked about earlier in this video. And so are you doing that? You have a choice. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Comment below. Let me know what you want to see in future videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.